Good afternoon. It's afternoon. I'm going to make today some jambalaya, and I'm using my deep covered baker. I'm going to roughly chop some vegetables. I have celery, bell pepper, and onion. So I'm going to get chopping and I'll come back to you. I have a bell pepper. I've cut the top off. I'm going to use my loop scoop. My loop scoop just goes in and out. And that's easy. So I'm going to roughly chop my bell pepper with this food chopper. I don't want real small pieces. So I'm going to get chopping. All right, so I've taken out my aggressions and this food chopper and my onions and bell pepper. So I'm just going to slide these into my deep covered baker, and then I'll move on to the sausage. I also have a half cup of green peas, so that's yummy. Runaway pea. All right, so I just want to slice my sausage into bite-sized pieces. And I have shrimp. I've just poured into here. So I have mostly in the recipe, I have the kielbasa, the sausage, and I have some shrimp. So I need to add my seasonings. But this is beautiful already. I think I might add a little extra. I'm making, let's say, a double recipe. So as you can see, look at these vegetables mixed up with the shrimp and the sausage. So I have a can of diced tomatoes, a can of chicken broth, and this is where I think I'm going to make an increase, and I'm going to put an extra can of chicken broth. Okay, so I'm going to put a second can of chicken broth. The recipe also calls for a cup of rice, and I'm going to put in a cup and a half. So, now my seasonings, and we're good to go. This rice will cook in the oven, and this will thicken up. The rice will absorb all the broth and the tomato juice. So, seasonings. I need a teaspoon of salt. A half teaspoon of paprika. I need a teaspoon of Italian seasoning, and I'm using this Pepper Chef blend. teaspoon of that. Now I need a half teaspoon. No, I'm using a quarter teaspoon. I think I'll add a little extra of the cayenne pepper. I like cayenne pepper. So on this recipe I added just extra vegetables, extra sausage, and extra rice and broth. So I'm making more. They said to bake it in the mini baker, but I'm using the baker, the covered baker. So I'm going to put this in the oven now. The oven is preheated. All right, so it's done. You come into my kitchen and I'm going to show you. So I'm going to turn off my oven. I cooked it covered for 400 degrees for 2 hours. And it turned out just perfect. The rice is nice and tender. Everything's cooked together. It just looks so good. So I'm going to have to try it and see just how good it is. It's got to cool down before I can serve it, probably for a half hour or so. That is delicious jambalaya. Good recipe. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Good luck.